Hello and welcome to another edition of the NTN Morning Update. Today is Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. My name is Jessie Leonce and I'm coming to you live from the Parliament building in downtown Castries. We're not in studio as usual. We're continuing with the convening of Parliament this week. Today, the sitting of the Upper House will be convened, and the Senate will meet at about 10 a.m. this morning to continue the business of the House this week. We saw on Tuesday the House of Assembly, the lower house meeting this week to discuss matters of national interest. Special good morning to you, Carlton. As we open up for the morning, we have some government matters of coming out of the government of St. Lucia, updates coming from the Met Services, as well as the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We know that Tropical Storm Gonzalo has formed over the tropical Atlantic Ocean, and we have also word from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force of the relocation of prisoners in police custody, considering the demolition of the central custody suites on Bridge Street. We also have some news stories for you coming out of the 24-hour news cycle, so do stay tuned for that, coming up for the duration of this morning's update until we get to the commencement of the parliamentary sitting. Carlton?
Merci tellement, Jessie. Et encore pour matin, nous avons dit bonjour, hot kai conseil. Pour que ça aujourd'hui, jeudi, le 23 juillet, Sénat là kai joindre et puis ça kai fait bagaille bon 10 heures. Mais avant ça fait, quand la coutume, nous avons au développement avec information qui a sorti hot commande, cette commande là. Et puis parmi le développement nous c'est ici qui a préparé pour mauvais temps Gonzalo content qui a approché parmi l'autre développement qui savent quand yo cassé et vieux prison bon pour custody suite c'est mon qui était là yo trouvé quoi yo replacer yo mené dans l'autre côté parmi l'autre bagaille nous kai ba ou pris information à souille quand on était en écoute qu'on nous toujours qu'à point temps pour dire merci pour vous qui suivez nous sur page Facebook et puis vous qui écoutez nous sur NTN et radio. Toujours un plaisir et bon matin encore la coutume depuis Sénat qu'après que nous amenons un programme nous ici à en Caille Construite. Merci tellement et vous êtes en écoute.
Absolutely, always a pleasure to have you join us online, on air, for those of you watching from St. Lucia, for those St. Lucians in the diaspora, and well-wishers worldwide, a special good morning to you. We get on with the business of the day. We are still sensitive to the COVID-19 situation here on island, and we want to open this morning with a statement coming from the Department of Health and Wellness on the reinforcement of protocols for COVID-19. We go to that statement at this point in time. Take a listen.
As of Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020, St. Lucia's recorded a total of 23 confirmed cases of COVID-19. 22 of those cases have fully recovered. To date, we only have one active case of COVID-19 in care. The Ministry of Health and Wellness continues its efforts to put measures in place to protect the health and safety of every individual within the country. We appeal to every business establishment on island to follow the necessary protocols established, that is the use of face masks and the physical distancing measures. The Environmental Health Division within the Ministry of Health will be working closely with the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to ensure the strengthening and reinforcement of the set protocols for all sectors. The public is also reminded that masquerade events are still not permitted, so any activity with over 200 people will not be granted permission, and that large numbers may pose a threat to public health due to COVID-19. The public is also reminded on the importance of quarantine as a measure to reduce COVID-19 transmission, and are asked to adhere to the 14-day quarantine time and stay at home for the full period of time. The lists have been submitted to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to assist with enforcement in the communities. The Ministry of Health and Wellness, we alert the public that although most sectors have opened up, the risk of transmission is increased, and therefore we need to remain vigilant. St. Lucians are encouraged to maintain the public health and social measures that have been put in place. The general public is also reminded to remain cautious and maintain behaviors that can reduce the risk of spread. We continue to advise on the importance of regular hand washing with soap and water or alcohol-based hand sanitizer where soap and water is not available. Also, to cover your mouth and nose with disposable tissue when coughing and sneezing, and to use the face mask in public along with maintaining your 6 feet physical distance. The Ministry of Health, we will continue providing further updates on COVID-19.
And that was word coming from the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George. COVID-19, the coronavirus, continues to be a threat to St. Lucia, to our population, and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, as well as all agencies are working in tandem with the department, are still on alert for COVID and still have put measures in place to ensure that we can keep COVID-19 at bay. We're hearing from the CMO, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George, this morning, an appeal to business establishments on island to follow the necessary protocols that have been established. That is the use of the face mask and the 6 feet physical distancing. The Environmental Health Division within the Ministry of Health will also be working with the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and of course punitive measures will be put in place should there be need for such. So please take note of the protocols as per your sector, what is required for your business at this time. And this was spoken of as we were entering the third and fourth and final 5th phase of the reopening of our society. So please take note of that. There will be the full enforcement on the part of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. And also the CMO is reminding us that the mass crowd events are still not permitted, and any activity with over 200 people will not be granted permission, given that large numbers may pose a threat to public health due to COVID-19. Dr. Belmar-George did go on to speak on adherence to quarantine protocols, and speaking on the importance of quarantine, both institutional and home quarantine, as a measure to reduce coronavirus transmission, asking that individuals adhere to the 14-day quarantine. We all know the backstory to that, the time it takes for the virus to show itself. These things are important. This period of time is important to be able to determine if the individual who is under quarantine can be allowed to return to the population. And so please take note of these notices coming from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. We know that 170 people are in home quarantine at this point in time in St. Lucia. We have 250 people in institutional quarantine and 476 people in approved COVID-19 certified accommodations. And again, if you see something that's out of the ordinary, that contravenes what has been outlined and put forward by the authorities, you need to say something. You need to report it to the health officials. We continue with this morning's updates, just to let you know of word coming from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, relocation of prisoners in police custody. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force wishes to inform the general public that due to the demolition of the central custody suites on Bridge Street, Castries, prisoners will now be housed at alternative police stations around the island. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force appreciates the public's concerns with regards to provisions made to accommodate individuals in police custody. However, they wish to reassure the citizenry that all necessary measures have been put in place to ensure that all prisoners are detained safely. Some of the measures include, but are not limited to, contact with loved ones. When selecting a housing area for arrested persons, kindly note that consideration will be given to proximity of the selected station to the place of the place of residence of each prisoner. Investigating officials will endeavor to contact family members and loved ones to inform them of the status of each prisoner. Anyone wishing to inquire as to the location of individuals in police custody may contact the Public Relations Office of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force at 456-3718. The number of prisoners within cells, limits have been outlined as to the number of individuals kept within a unit at any given time. This is also to ensure that health protocols are adhered to, particularly during the coronavirus pandemic. Quarantine and sick prisoners. Arrangements have been made to accommodate quarantine prisoners, including remanded individuals or prisoners complaining of illness in separate areas from persons not requiring a quarantine. Once a prisoner exhibits symptoms of illness, he or she is escorted to a medical center for assessment and or treatment as necessary. If any individual displays COVID-19 symptoms while in custody after the initial evaluation by a medical professional, he or she is taken into care at the Victoria Hospital, that is the respiratory hospital. And please be reminded that quarantined prisoners are not allowed visits from members of the public, in keeping with COVID-19 protocols that have been established. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force wishes to assure all that they remain in a position to house all arrested persons and will not renege on its commitment to enforcing the laws. Again, the support and thanks coming from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, thanking the public for their continued support and cooperation as they move to accommodate persons in police custody, detained individuals during this demolition of the Central Custody Suites on Bridge Street. So please take note of this information, some bulletin information emerging from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We now come to a tropical storm Gonzalo, and I just want to give you some information we received. It has formed so far over the tropical Atlantic Ocean at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. The storm is located at about 1,250 miles east of the Windward Islands. The maximum sustained winds are near 45 miles per hour. Gonzalo is moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, and at this rate is forecast to pass south of St. Lucia by Saturday, 25th July 2020. Residents of St. Lucia, especially those in the south of the island, are being urged by the St. Lucia Met Services to monitor the progress of the storm and take all the necessary precautions for possible impact. So again, we are smack dab in the hurricane season, the Atlantic hurricane season, and we do hope that you have been taking and putting things aside for these extra rainy days. You know, we do expect some inclement weather coming our way soon, and we do hope that you have fortified your premises, your homes, and you have also taken care of your documents. You've put aside some canned foods, some dry foods for any eventuality at this time. And speaking of such, we do have a news report from the Windjammer Landing Resort, and they have so far donated some supplies, some PPEs to frontline workers, as well as some other organizations in the fight against COVID-19. We now go to this report of a presentation that was held yesterday, Wednesday, the 22nd of July.
And in Villa Beach Resort and Spa is aiding in the fight against COVID-19, having made a donation of 10,000 face masks to 3 separate entities. The handing over ceremony held on Wednesday saw a donation of 3,000 face masks to the Grand Riviere Primary School, 4,000 face masks to the Ministry of Tourism, and 3,000 face masks to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The resort, which has been in operation in St. Lucia for over 20 years, has also been assisting the government of St. Lucia through the National Meals Program by donating over 20,000 meals. The Minister for Tourism, Information and Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industries, Honorable Dominique Fede, expressed gratitude to the Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort and Spa for their continued support.
Thank you very much to the management and the employees of Windjammer for your long-standing show of corporate social responsibility. Windjammer has become a household name in St. Lucia. They've been around for quite a long time. They continue to be one of our flagship resorts here in St. Lucia. And it's really good to see today that they're taking some time out to reach out to the community and to participate in the national response of COVID-19, which has been a rather challenging one for small countries like St. Lucia. So we are extremely thrilled that we have friends like Windjammer, and we thank the entire management, the owners, and the staff for their outstanding contribution to the various institutions here today.
Julietta Charles, principal of the Grand Riviere Primary School, noted that the donation of face masks will go a long way as they prepare for the reopening of school.
And I wish to applaud Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort for their continued support. In spite of these challenging times, I must say, and you are not immune to that you see it fitting to give this donation to our school. I applaud you for this because it shows that you are a true friend and it reaffirms your commitment to our school. And so thank you so much on behalf of the parents, myself, and everyone else who work at our institution.
As the hotel plans to reopen its doors on October 8th, 2020, Tricia Joseph, Director of Housekeeping at the Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort and Spa, assures that the safety and health of the guests, staff, and community remains a top priority.
We also would have adopted our Windjammer Landing care and cleanliness commitment. That commitment builds on our existing rigorous protocols, and it also incorporates the guidance and the instructions from the World Health Organization, the Centers for Disease Control, as well as our own Ministry of Health here in St. Lucia. It also causes for us to engage in intensive training with our team to ensure that they are comfortable, they're knowledgeable, and they have the skills and resources to be able to deliver the level of service that enables us to have a safe environment for our guests and for our community as well.
The handing over ceremony of the 10,000 face masks took place on Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020 at the Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort and Spa. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources and Cooperatives, in collaboration with the Taiwan Technical Mission and ICA, has commenced a food safety training for staff of the newly remodeled pack house at the St. Lucia Marketing Board. The initiative falls under the enhancement of the efficiency of production, distribution, supply chains in the fruits and vegetable sectors project. And we did hear about that project earlier this week. We do have Anicia Antoine with a follow-up story.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources and Cooperatives hosted the opening ceremony for the training of food safety for staff of the newly remodeled pack house at the Marketing Board. The pack house is a facility where fruit is received and processed prior to distribution to the market. The initiative forms part of a collaborative effort with the Taiwan Technical Mission and the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, and falls under the enhancement of the efficiency of production, distribution, supply chains in the fruits and vegetable sector project with the overall aim of reducing the food import bill. Greg Rollins, representative of ICA, stressed on the importance of the training in ensuring that international food and safety standards are met at the pack house.
We are pleased to collaborate on this project. We recognize its relevance given the current situation. Because of the COVID-19 situation, we don't only have to ensure that we handle produce in a way that does not cause the spread of any virus, but also, due to COVID, we know that a number of our farmers would have been affected through the displacement of or disruption of their markets for their produce, particularly in the hotel industry. And therefore, we need to find alternative markets for these farmers so that they can continue to earn their livelihoods. And we need to have facilities that allow for those products that they produce to be handled and to meet the consumer so we have safe and wholesome food available.
Head of the Taiwan Technical Mission, Mario Cheng, expressed contentment with the progress of the project and encouraged staff and farmers to take advantage of the opportunities under the enhancement of the efficiency of production, distribution, supply chains in the fruits and vegetable sector project.
I'm very happy we can implementation this project also provide the human capacity for farmer and introduce the facilities to improve the package this technology. So today we came over here fulfill the food safety, fulfill the HACCP. Actually, we are not just packing the fruit and vegetable. We are packing the farmer's dream and the farmer's profit. So I like to encourage each of the farmer and each of the HACCP training participants. Today we are in the right direction, and we will move forward to let them become better and better.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources and Cooperatives, Barry Felicier, explained that the staff will be undergoing the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points training, an international standard for food safety. The Permanent Secretary also expressed gratitude to the Taiwan Technical Mission for their contribution towards the remodeling of the pack house.
The first phase of the pack house is complete, and you would have seen, if you have walked through the pack house, you would have seen that the IRDC has been rehabilitated to include the components of showers, washrooms, lockers, kitchen, office, the reception area, storage area, and packaging area. But still, the facility is incomplete, and major items still to be completed include the testing laboratory, the installation of conveyor equipment, and of course additional sinks. Nonetheless, the pack house has already served St. Lucia with the distribution of the now famous National Food Packages or program. And today you can make or be part of history. This is a historical event, as we have the opportunity to be pioneers in the operations of a pack house.
The Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points training will be held every Monday for a duration of 6 weeks. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
Thank you for that report, Anicia Antoine. We just want to let you know, if you're just joining us this morning, give you a special good morning, and also let you know that we're coming to you live from the Parliament building in downtown Castries today with our NTN morning update. We are on standby really for the commencement of the Parliament sitting, the sitting of the upper house, that is the Senate, and until such time, we're bringing you some very important updates coming from the government of St. Lucia. At the head of which is the tropical storm Gonzalo has so far formed over the tropical Atlantic Ocean at 9 a.m. Wednesday. That was yesterday. The storm is located about 1,250 miles east of the Windward Islands. The maximum sustained winds are near 45 miles per hour. Gonzalo is moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, and at this rate, it is forecasted to pass south of St. Lucia by Saturday, the 25th of July, 2020. Residents of St. Lucia, especially those living in the south of the island, are being urged by the St. Lucia Meteorological Services to monitor the progress of the storm and take all the necessary precautions for possible impact. We do hope that you have fortified your property, your premises, wherever you are, all the vulnerable parts, and we hope that you have put things away, whatever documents you need to put in the Ziploc bags, putting away some dry food, some canned foods as well. Cooks, I know you have your stash under your bed.
Moi toujours parler, Jess, toujours ni manger un tin et puis torchlight moi va valer moi. Et puis à ce moment ça nous a dit bonjour et merci pour écouter nous ici à Sainte Camade là, mais nous a mené un programme dans aujourd'hui à Hot Kai Concert. Parmi développement qui a fait, nous avons commencé puis Covid et côté nous y présentement. Vini mercredi le 22 juillet, Saint-Lucie ni j'ai confirmé 23 cas vini pour Covid. 22 en ce monde ça a recouvert et puis nous ni un monde toujours qui en isolation qui a fait bien tout bonnement. Mais vini pour CMO Dr. Belma George, il a dit Saint-Lucien parmi bagaille ni pour changer l'année protocole qui j'ai mis en place, et ces protocoles c'est pour faire assurer nous trouver pour nous ka protecter yon à l'autre les vini pour empêcher s'immerger COVID-19. Là, yo dit en quick aller là expressement pour ces places business là pour changer les vini pour moun ka vini faire business en place où on est pour changer ou suivre protocole qui déjà établi. En parmi nous toujours qu'à dire ici les vini pour qu'à mettre massou, les vini pour qu'à tienne distance 6 pieds, ça bien important. La division qui est responsable pour santé et puis environnement là qui travaille ensemble et puis police force simplicité pour faire assurer moun suivre ces protocoles ça en tout secteur. Là yo ka vie dit et yo ka faut changer les venir pour public là ou pas supposé trouver corps engagé en pièce activité qui ka ni plus passer 200 moun. Là où supposé une permission sous une pièce activité et plus moun kaini c'est 200 moun sous kaini plus passer ça yo pas kaiba ou permission pour une pièce activité pour à présent parce que yo cadeau là à présent ka mettre moun en danger les venir pour chance like risque covid encore si moi aller plus loin pour faire nous changer importance les venir pour quarantine et puis changer encore nous ka demander moun qui quand en pays yo ni pour faire 14 jours quarantine qui caillou qui est dans une ces accommodations gouvernement j'ai approuvé ou ni pour faire 14 jours caillou qui est bien important pour ça liste tout le monde qui est en quarantine avec qui supposé en quarantine yo kay bay ces police là liste non ça pour la peine la ministre qui est responsable pour santé et puis en cette liste a dit public là même si majorité secteur déjà ouvert Wislan est venu pour transmission il faut tout bonnement pour moun ni pour être vigilant cette liste yo kan courage ou souple pour changer là où en public servi masso là où kay pièce côté dehors distance sociale là encore souple fait servir et changer ça et puis yo cadeau là vini ou supposé changer Wislan là vini pour covid kasi messieurs il ka vini plus haut quoi il bien important pour parmi bagay laver les mains parmi bagay sanitize les mains parmi bagay là en comité ou ni pour faire ça avec chain distance social là quoi ça bien important pour vous faire ça parler de ça au pays savent en même voie de covid police force simplicité avec vle public là savent au cas des démolations qui point là yo croisé vieux prison bon pont et puis pour la peine yo vle public là savent les vini pour ces gens yo teni là moun peut-être qui était ni en force yo teni yo là en police station là yo kay point yo mené yo vont payer en différents police station là yo cadeau yo ka pressé si public là kay savent yo même a fait arrangement et accommodation pour ces moun ça et yo cadeau ou concitoyens changer yo japon tout dommage les vini pour faire assurer moun yo arrêté puis yo ni en bas jidio c'est moun ça yo kay protecter yo avec mettre dommage en place en parmi yo ou qui voulait contacter gens ou ben famille qui trouvé arrêté yo cadeau les vini pour ces moun ça prend en considération côté station et puis yo ka prend en considération côté moun nan ka arrêté et puis moun nan qui ka fait investigation les vini pour ça yo ka contacter famille pour dou côté moun ça yo arrêté qui police station qui ça qui a fait et puis moun ça s'ouvre les pièces d'information les vini pour ka trouver côté yo mené yon moun qui trouver quoi en pièce des arguments puis loi yo ka mando souple pour couiller moun qui responsable pour information PRO yo est à limo 456 37 8 456 3718 a parmi l'autre bagay yo ja fait yo ha prend en considération quantité moun yo ka mettre en dedans yon dans ces celle là et puis yo ka chen ça à pièce là yo ka suivre protocole pour faire assurer yo pas ni top moun en dedans yon dans ces celle là moun qui peut-être ka mouche signe de maladie, yo a dit aussi si personne ni pièce maladie, c'est police là prend en considération depuis moun sa ka mouche pièce signe, yo ka mener yo ouais yon officier médical et puis après yo fait assessment yo si moun sa ka mouche pièce signe yo ka évaluer moun sa par yon docteur et yo ka mener moun sa si yo ni pour yo ka mener moun sa isolation et puis yon nan se bagay la yo vle faire bien clair yo pas ka permettre moun public là vini ouais pièce moun qui ces police là ja arrêté parce que la lay vini pour protocole yo ni pour suivre ça quand police force là ka ou kay considérer ça et kay prend conseil là yo ja boy bay là kay prend ça en considération et puis nous ka continuer ici à Kabao développement lay vini pour mauvais temps ou peut-être kaitan déjà nous na mauvais temps Douala et puis mauvais temps ça Gonzalo et ben il Douala et puis pour la peine nous cadeau monsieur après nous ni covid et nous te attend nimo lay vini pour ça nous te pour faire préparation lay vini pour mauvais temps peut-être nous ka dit mauvais temps ça il expecté pour venir par week-end mais koye pour à présent il dit dernière location lay vini pour mauvais temps il a près 1196 liés c'est petit pays l'île Livan et ben 1926 km déjà il y a un vent qui a près 50 liés par du temps et ben 85 km par du temps et il dit il kay vini plus fort et ben Gonzalo il a dit qu'il tourner en hurricane par aujourd'hui il a déjà tourné en hurricane pour la peine et puis il a descendu façade soleil couchant à 14 liés par du temps et ben 22 km par du temps manière il a continué à aller si continuer par samedi il a passé par sud pays pour monsieur Yokado ou qui pièce ce pays c'est spécialement nous en cette ici yo ka bay conseil pour changer à son mauvais temps ça parce que là ou supposé mettre bagay en place là il vient pour ça là ni en l'autre décidé mais pour après ça nous ka mettre attention nous là il vient pour Gonzalo changer encore mais c'est préparation pas supposé venir pour tout le monde qui courir gagner bagay dernier moment mettez bagay en place à présent mais c'est nous te pour hani babale nous on c'était bien dit souvenir go bag bag zodi ziploc boîte container qui passe après l'eau ou supposé hani tout c'est un plan ça bien important pour ni en plan si on est pour quitter caillou parce que plus bon nous te ba rapport à vini pour qui ça yo ka faire parce que à présent nous ni covid si on n'y peut pas en pièce de côté qui a porté mon secours on n'y pour ni en plan échange on n'y pour tebe distance sociale quand c'est mon ça déjà un entraînement les vini pour ça pas continuer ba bonne nouvelle pour ça les vini pour Windjammer London vous ça c'est un ces hôtel établi en notre pays vous savez c'est mon ça fait donation de 10 000 masques et puis 10 000 masses yo bay 3 différentes organisations premier au pays ça c'est l'école Grand Rivière yo bay c'est moun ça à peu près 3 000 yo bay département santé à Dain et puis yo aussi by health and wellness et département et puis tourist département tourist board là yo bay c'est moun ça en dans ces masses ça c'est 10 000 masses séparées en parmi 3 organisations ça c'est l'école là département santé et puis tourisme là c'est principal Juliette Chandler il dit il bien apprécié les vini pour ces massa yobali il dit ça les vini pour en tant qu'à présent il bien ouais pour mon faire bagaille comme ça qui bien content pour un commitment Windjammer qu'a fait pour bayo ça mais Trisha Joseph qu'a dit place là qu'a ouvert le 8 octobre et puis là ouvert en parmi bagaille jamais été en place les vini pour Gide qui ja bail par organisation qui est responsable pour santé on la WHO et puis ça protocole ministre santé jabay, tout ça en considération, yo ka entraîner ces travailleurs pour préparer pour monde qui kay venir en établissement. Il dit il bien content et puis yo ka entraîner tous ces travailleurs pour faire assurer bagay marcher tout bonnement et puis marcher bien les venir pour yo. Encore kay ouvert le 8 octobre. Parmi l'autre bagay, vous bien savoir aussi, Windjammer nous t'en honorable Dominique Fédé, qui a dit les venus pour Windjammer, il a assisté avant, parmi bagay, vous savez, il a fait à aider préparer 20 000 plats manger pour monde pas de temps Covid. Et puis, quand vous avez l'autre bonne nouvelle, les venus pour marketing board. Ou quand nous avons apporté plus bonheur, les venus pour une section en marketing board, il y a un pack house. Ça c'est côté yo kay fait assurer marchandises qui entre légumes et fruits qui entre yo préparer yo juste ni section ça ou kay ni bathroom yo juste ni en lab et puis ça c'est côté yo kay fait assurer fruits et puis marchandises qui viennent là yo bien examiner et puis yo préparer pour nous ça exporter et puis pour ça vendre ici à cette ici et puis l'autre pays parmi bagaille yo kay commencer faire là aussi c'est les venir pour ces bagailles ça les entrer faire assurer ces bagailles ça bien nettoyer bien préparer pour aller et ben nous t'en PS qui un ministre de l'agriculture monsieur Barry Félicien qui a dit bien content en bagaille qu'on ça prend place yo ouvert place ça et puis yo kay entraîner ces travailleurs là manière pour manager et manière pour mettre bagaille en place ça fait possible aussi par gouvernement Taïwan et puis nous t'en monsieur Mario Wing et puis là monsieur Mario dit yo content pour associer Tekoyo et puis un projet qu'on et qui a quoi nous kay plus tard pour venir bagaille kay pli mais pour une bonne nouvelle messieurs dames là venir pour ça et encore nous cadeau nous ici à apporter sous pas les côté en kay consiste c'est net ka acide hodia et puis là nous ka espérer pour activité ça commencer merci tellement nous va continuer au développement et encore quand j'ai cité du plus bonheur en nous tient pas du temps pas coûter ça qu'a fait ici à sous mauvais temps qui a approché. Merci tellement pour vous écouter et suivre nous ici à sur NTN de GIS. Merci tellement.
And as we wrap up for the morning, I just want to remind the public, the government of St. Lucia has extended the deadline for applications for the income support program for non-NIC contributors for July 30th, 2020. The decision to extend the deadline is to ensure that no one is left behind and to grant more time to those who have started and not completed the application process. The relief program is for persons who were not contributing to NIC and made a living as sole traders and self-employed. Over 1,000 persons have so far been paid, and the payments will continue to be made as per the agreement under the Income Support Program ISP. The ISP is a safety net for anyone who has lost their opportunity to work during the coronavirus pandemic, which includes individuals or entities who generated income as offshoot service providers of the tourism industry, including taxi drivers, vendors, farmers, hairdressers, and small bar and restaurant owners. Artists and entertainers and those who work in the creative industry are eligible also, and they are invited to apply. A full eligibility list can be accessed via the Government of St. Lucia's website. Applicants must electronically complete and submit the relevant application form, which is accessible on the Government of St. Lucia website, www.govt.lc. The Income Support Program forms part of the Social Stabilization Plan, as announced by the Prime Minister, Honorable Alan Chasney, as part of the national response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So please take note, there has been an extension of the income support program, that is individuals in the informal sectors who have not contributed to the NIC, made payments to the NIC, but have been hard hit by the effects of COVID-19. So please take note of that. As we wrap up, I did see a comment on our Facebook Live, someone, Mary Lamentine, querying, wanting to know what's the update on the cases. As of Wednesday, that is yesterday, July 22nd, 2020, St. Lucia has recorded a total of 23 confirmed cases. as of cases of COVID-19. 22 of those cases have fully recovered. To date, we have one active case in St. Lucia, and that individual is presently in care, responding well to treatment at the Victoria Hospital Respiratory Clinic. So please take note of that information. We have so far in St. Lucia had no deaths, and these statistics, this data has enabled St. Lucia to move very cautiously into a full reopening of our society so far. We've had the high-risk sectors just week before last being reopened. We've welcomed international and regional flights. Our borders have been reopened. Our tourism sector, accommodation services sector has resumed, and St. Lucia is really open for business, but doing so very cautiously. There are several measures being put in place to ensure the health and safety of the population. We do have a number of persons in institutional quarantine, individuals in home quarantine, as well as individuals, visitors, tourists who are at COVID-19 certified hotels. So these individuals are in St. Lucia. They've been welcomed to St. Lucia to enjoy St. Lucia, but under very strict stipulations. So please take note of this information. We are on standby at this point in time for the commencement of the sitting of the Senate. We do have we have all of the government senators in. We have all of the independent senators, both independent senators, and we do have the leader of the opposition in the Senate, the Honorable Joachim Henry, now present. So again, we are coming closer to the start of the sitting of the Senate, the sitting of the upper house. So please stay tuned. We take you back to studio at this point in time until the commencement of Parliament.